Hello and welcome back to the Ouachita News Show. I'm Haley Short.
And I'm Allie Bell. We have a lot of exciting and important news to share here on the show today. I don't know about you, Haley, but the weather is putting me in the best mood for today's show.
Yes, it's a crisp fall day here in Arkadelphia, and the weather is continuing to look beautiful. To kick up today, Josh Engel has the forecast.
Thank you, Haley. Well, guys, this week is going to be a little bit cooler, if you consider, 80s to be cooler. It's better than what it was in the past, month, but it's actually about 10 degrees warmer than it was last week. So it's just a little bit hotter compared to last week. In terms of actual clouds and sun and rain and all the weather, note we do have a certain storm on Thursday. There's a slight chance for rain there. No guarantees. It's only 50% chance. But otherwise, it's going to be mostly just sun and some clouds throughout most of the week. Today, we've got a high of 78. So it's going to be, still a little warm, but really not bad. The low is 50. So keep that in mind, especially in the morning and late at night. You may need a jacket even. Moving on into Saturday, that is our game day here at Ouachita. We are going to be playing the Arkansas Tech University Wonder Boys, is their name. We will be playing them on the football field. The high is 82. Which is, again, a little bit warmer, but there will be a lot of clouds in the area, so we will be seeing some, shade, which will actually make the day, honestly, pretty nice for football. Also note that wind there, it's 13 miles per hour, the wind gusts are, so that's going to be something that kicker may need to be considering, especially during the game. Well, guys, the fall season is starting to finally hit us. The leaves may actually be turning, which is kind of exciting. Maybe about time to start preparing to take some fall pictures. But yeah, that is your weather watch report this week. Numbers are provided by AccuWeather. Back to the desk.
Well, the weather sure was perfect this past weekend too, and it needed to be for the South Arkansas Premier Arts Festival. The Arkadelphia Festival of the Arts was a hit in downtown Arkadelphia on Friday and Saturday. Local vendors, including Ouachita students, live music, and food trucks brought joy to the corner of Arkadelphia. Reporter Lexi Lunsford has the story.
Today I'm here in downtown Arkadelphia for the third annual Festival of the Arts. This event is one that locals look forward to every year for the food, the fun, the live music, and of course the art that is here. Let's take a peek into all that this event is and the effects that it has on the Arkadelphia community. The Arkadelphia Festival of the Arts is an annual event that began following the COVID-19 pandemic and has continued to flourish since 2021. I got the opportunity to speak to Emma Brown, Director of Communications, regarding this year's festival.
The Festival of the Arts is truly a celebration of the region's best and brightest music, food, and visual artists. This is the third year of the Arkadelphia Festival of the Arts, and honestly, it's our best year yet. We have some of the best music we've ever had, our biggest lineup. We have some of the best food trucks, and our artists, they're small but mighty. They have some amazing work over there that everyone should check out. So, yeah, it's just, our goal is to become Southwest Arkansas's premier arts festival, and I think that this year is really going to set us apart.
Here's just a small glimpse into the talent of the performing musicians. Music isn't the only thing that this festival has to offer. It also gives local artists, including Ouachita students, a chance to showcase their artistic abilities. I got the chance to speak with local artist Dolores Linders about how participating in this event has favored her.
I started off making jewelry, and so I don't spend a lot of time doing it, but I make like the bracelets and I make earrings, and I very much have gone more to the painting side because it's very free. I just love applying paint to paper, and even when there's mistakes, I can make it beautiful. Because if I mess up the whole thing, I can always chop some piece out of it and use it somewhere else.
It's awesome to see the way the community members celebrate and encourage one another's talents while enjoying good food and the nice fall weather. It seems like this will continue to be a great community event for many years to come. For Ouachita News, I'm Lexi Lunsford. Back to you.
Thanks, Lexi. That music sure made me want to get up and dance. And speaking of dancing, more twerp events are coming up on October 26th through the 28th, and again the following weekend. Twerp is the Sadie Hawkins style, as in the women ask the men, and the acronym stands for the woman is required to pay. Be on the lookout in your Tiger Mail inbox for the announcement of each dance.
And in the arts this week, the International Club hosted an international worship night in Berry Chapel on Friday. Students performed various songs from various cultures. It was a big hit. This week there is a wind ensemble concert on Monday, October 23rd at 7:30 p.m. in Macbeth Recital Hall. If you haven't gotten your arts engagement credit in music, this is a wonderful event that you can enjoy while getting credit. And if you have gotten your credit this year, I promise you will still enjoy this performance.
Well, campus safety concerns are high. According to statistics, over half of students in the U.S. are concerned with their safety on campus. Ouachita News reporter Kaylin Clay spoke with campus police about the matter, and they're sharing some tips to help you stay safe at Ouachita here on the show. Kaylin?
In a survey from bestcolleges.com, 56% of students said they were concerned with their safety on their college campuses. It is a clear and present problem, but there is insight behind the statistic and tips to help keep you safe. Campus is an area with lots of people, making it a target for crime and violence, even if it's not often thought of as a public space.
And so the people that are looking to do these things typically are looking just for areas where there are lots of people. We don't see these places as just general public open places like we would Walmart. We want to feel like places like Ouachita specifically are safer than other areas, and that we shouldn't have to feel that way here.
Officer Williams offers safety tips to help you take personal initiative and take precautions.
Having somebody with you at night is a very good thing. Staying in areas with better lighting is a very good thing. Staying indoors is going to be helpful too. Making sure all of your stuff is locked in your vehicles, making sure your room is locked, making sure you don't leave the exterior door to your dorm propped open. If there is an issue with those mechanical locks on the doorways that are university's responsibility to take care of, let somebody know about it so we can get them fixed. We don't generally have a big issue with anybody that's not supposed to coming into our dorms. So the biggest thing I would say when you're outside after dark is to have somebody with you. Stick to areas that are well lit. And if you can't have somebody with you, have somebody on the phone that you're talking to.
Ouachita Campus Police has different safety outlets, including the Rave Alert app available for download in the App Store. You can register for the system with your student email. You can also call their office at 870-245-4000.
We do have our Rave Alert app that you can set a safety timer on, and if you don't deactivate that timer within a certain amount of time, it sends us a message, it sends your friends a message, it sends your parents a message, that kind of thing. And we have somebody here 24 hours a day, every single day of the year. We are always happy to give anybody a ride, walk with you, anything at all.
Even though it may feel safe, the reality is that crime and violence can still happen at Ouachita. But safety is the #1 priority of campus police.
I want everybody to feel safe. The other side of that is sometimes we get a little complacent and we think, oh, Ouachita is the safest place to be. I don't have anything to worry about here. While that is the goal, that is not the reality. And there's only a certain number of us. But when there's 1,500 residential students out there, those are all eyes and ears that we rely on and that can help us. If they see something weird or just doesn't make you feel right, please call us and we'd love to check it out.
Be cautious of your surroundings, and again, never hesitate to reach out to campus police with any concerns regarding campus safety. For the Ouachita News Show, I'm Kaylin Clay. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Kaylin. The campus police office is located on the first floor of the Evans Student Center in room 131. They are open to phone calls at 870-245-4000 and are ready to help you feel safe and comfortable around campus. Never hesitate to reach out to them with any concerns. Now flipping the script to sports, Brody Kriegel has the latest on the Tigers in this week's Roar Rundown.
Thank you, Allie. Welcome to the Roar Rundown. I'm Brody Kriegel, and here's the latest in the world of Ouachita sports. The 5th-ranked Ouachita Baptist University football had its 18-game Great American Conference win streak snapped on Saturday night on the road by 9th-ranked Harding, with a final score of 41-10. Ouachita was unable to get a touchdown off turnovers in the first half, despite forcing and recovering a fumble on the game's opening possession, and then later getting an interception by Stephen Weston early in the second quarter. Following that interception, the Tigers scored their first points on a 45-yard field goal by Gabe Goodman with 8:23 remaining before halftime. Riley Harms gave Ouachita its only touchdown of the game on the first drive of the second half with a 2-yard rushing touchdown to cap a 10-play, 75-yard drive. The Bisons outgained the Tigers 427-231. All 427 of Harding's yards came on the ground. Kendall Givens had a big game for the Tigers with 23 carries for 146 yards. Kenta Jones, Josiah Johnson, and Jax Miller all reached double digits in tackles with 12, 10, and 10 respectively. Ouachita will be back in action this Saturday, October 21st at home against Arkansas Tech. Kickoff is set for 1 p.m. at Cliff Harris Stadium. Women's soccer held on to its first place spot in the Great American Conference standings with a 2-0 win over East Central on Saturday at home. The first half was a defensive battle, with Ouachita holding ECU without a shot on frame and ECU allowing just 3 Ouachita shots total. The Purple Tigers broke the scoreless tie in the 38th minute when Hattie Gardner's cross from the right side near the end line found Fernanda Valencia, who headed the ball in for her 3rd goal of the season and 7th of her career. It was Gardner's first collegiate assist. Ouachita added another goal in the 81st minute on a hard shot from Hattie Gardner that found the top right corner of the net following passes from Jocelyn Kispert and Grayson Turner. It was the 2nd goal of Gardner's freshman campaign for Kispert and Turner. It was assist number 1 and number 2 of the season, respectively. The final stats of the game ended up almost even, with 9 shots total for each team. Ouachita had a 4-2 edge in shots on goal. Ouachita is back in action next Wednesday, October 18th, on the road against Northwestern Oklahoma State. Men's soccer fell to Northeastern State on Saturday at home by a final score of 3-0. The Riverhawks defense held Ouachita to just 2 total shots and just 1 shot on frame. Meanwhile, NSU had 24 total shots and 8 on frame. All 3 of NSU's goals came in the second half, finding the net in the 60th, 62nd, and 89th minutes, respectively. The Tigers have their longest road trip of the season coming up, traveling to Hays, Kansas on Thursday, October 19th to take on Fort Hays State before heading over to Wichita on Saturday to take on Newman. The Ouachita men's and women's swim and dive teams swept the University of Missouri St. Louis Tritons on Saturday at Wagner Pool. The men dominated over UMSL by a score of 146.5 to 87.5. The women won comfortably over the Tritons by a score of 128 to 103. The Tigers won 17 out of the 26 total events at the meet. Tyler Andrus won the men's 1,000 freestyle with a time of 9:56.93, winning by almost 7 seconds. Rachel Del Angel won the women's 100 butterfly with a time of 59.19. Bella Howell won the women's 3-meter diving with a score of 157.10. Anna Phelps won the women's 200 freestyle with a time of 158.15. Phelps also won the women's 500 freestyle with a time of 5:09.43, winning by 3 seconds. Miles Scholes won the men's 100 breaststroke with a time of 57:34.29. Tiger Sharks placed either 2nd or 3rd in their events as well to help them lift the sweep of the Tritons. The Tiger Sharks will look to stay hot as they host Delta State University on Friday, October 20th at the Wagner Pool. The meet will start at 1 p.m. If you want to keep up with the latest in Ouachita sports, be sure to visit obutigers.com and tune into the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. That's all for this week's Roar Rundown. I'm Brody Kriegel. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Brody. Sports, concerts, and a lot of things are happening here at Ouachita. We mentioned it earlier, but twerp is one of those events that the whole campus is talking about. So, in the spirit of finding twerp dates on our Instagram, we asked you all what celebrity you would want to go to twerp with if you could, and we're sharing some of your responses here on the show. We had an overwhelming response of Taylor Swift, and Kate Ellis said Ryan Reynolds. Allie, what do you think?
I think I'm taking Jacob Elordi from the Kissing Booth. What
That's
about
a
you,
safe
Haley?
answer. I have to go with Theo James. If you've seen the Divergent movies, you know.
That's
But
a good one.
I mean, this is such a great question, but not reality. So find you a good date here on campus. But that's all we have for time for here on the show. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Ouachita News to answer each question of the week. You just might see your responses pop up on the show.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ouachita News Show, so you never miss out on the latest and greatest Ouachita news.